Yo, it looks like the Xbox Partner Preview is happening. It is happening on March the 6th, 2024. That is in 2 days. Now, this isn't a first party preview program. This isn't something that is going to showcase first party games, though I am hoping that maybe Hellblade makes an appearance because it is getting very close now to the actual release of Hellblade. Or maybe we're going to get an actual presentation, a deep dive like we did with Starfield for Hellblade nearer the launch. But this is supposed to be one for their partner preview program where, companies like Capcom and whatnot come in to check it out. Now, the tweet reads, "We're thrilled to announce the next Xbox Partner Preview will air Wednesday, March 6th. At 10 a.m. PT, 1 p.m. ET, 6 p.m. GMT. Now I'm going to be setting up a preview link so you can click on it to be notified 15 minutes before it goes live. I am going to be live streaming this in 2 days from probably about 5:30, 5:15, 5:45 p.m. GMT, my time. So about 15, 20 minutes before it actually airs. So if you do want to hang out and watch it together and react together, make sure to click on that or simply hit on that like button on this video and the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell so you're notified of all content that I release. And of course, the stream, right? Lovely little segue, shameless plug-in. I know you liked it. 300 like challenge, let's go. But it says here features a mix of new and upcoming games like Tales of Kenzera, Zao, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, The First Berserker, Kazan, and more. Now, if we actually look at the actual program, the page itself, it says we're thrilled to announce the next Xbox Partner Preview, this time featuring a mix of new and upcoming games for you from publishers like Capcom. Could we maybe see like I don't know, a Dino Crisis exclusive to Xbox? Okay, I know I'm getting a bit silly now, but it's possible. It's possible. I've been saying for a while that if Xbox wants to sell consoles, they need to get third-party exclusives that are only on Xbox for a time period. So it's possible. I'm not going to rule it out, no matter how unlikely. It's still possible. Next one is likely going to be showing The First Descendant, and EA is probably going to be showing some form of Star Wars. Maybe something else as well, maybe a Battlefield. And others with more than a dozen new trailers over the course of a 30-minute broadcast. So it's 30 minutes. There's going to be over 12 trailers. During the partner preview, you can learn more about combat and traversal in Tales of Kenzera Zao with a video narrated by Abu Bakr Salim himself. See new gameplay from Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. Get a closer look at the first Berserker Kazan. Kind of looking forward to that. And other great titles coming to Xbox, Windows, or Game Pass. Our Xbox Partner Preview format is all about sharing exciting game news from our talented studios from across the globe with no frills, just new game reveals, release date announcements, and fresh new gameplay from upcoming games, coupled with unique behind-the-scenes stories from developers on Xbox Wire. So there you have it. So there's still stuff there's supposed to be new trailers that are going to be announced here. So that's kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully, we may even see like a Final Fantasy 16 finally get announced for the Xbox platform, or maybe even remake at this point. I mean, it's due, right? At this point, if it doesn't appear, it probably never will. But, this is kind of cool. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. And this is the type of news that we want to see. Now, we've got this over here as well. Thomas Scheller, who is the CEO, creative director for Ori. We've seen a lot of problems with that studio, Moon Studio, with harassment and whatnot, actual bullying from the directors that the Microsoft staff have complained about, and due to that, Microsoft actually split ways with them. And they say, appreciate all the messages about wanting to support Moon. Best way you can do that is by just buying Ori, and they'll put 2 Steam links there. So for those of you that want to play this on the Steam Deck, this will probably be the first time you can run it natively. It says here, I'd love it if both Ori games came to PlayStation. I'm sure many others hoping that happens too. Then please let Xbox P3 know of that. It's not in our hands. So I guess now that's confirmed that Ori is actually exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. As we know, the Lord Gaben is pretty much sitting there winning everything every single time, and he is exempt from everything. But it looks like there is still a contract in place where PlayStation will not get Ori. So that seems to still be the case and exclusive to, the Xbox console, at least in terms of it going to anywhere else. I mean, we've seen it go to Switch, but it looks like it's just not going to Xbox. Why not on Xbox Store? Because then people get it on Game Pass, and that doesn't help Moon when it's already available to buy on Xbox Store anyway. So I don't really get that, but at the end of the day, there's been a lot of trouble with Moon. Founders of Ori developer Moon Studios respond to accusations of sexism, racism, and bullying in your report. And this was coming from Microsoft's own staff, which is one of the reasons why they actually just pushed away from Moon Studios and basically let them split from Microsoft offices, because they basically didn't want to associate themselves with it. But the contract is still there, and it means that it cannot release on PlayStation. So it looks like the actual whole thing is that it can release anywhere but PlayStation. So this adds a little bit more, spice to the whole, hey, we're putting 4 games onto your platform. It adds more weight that this is purely to appease the FTC, and these are games that really just didn't kick off on Xbox. They didn't really have the financial numbers that it wanted, so they're pushing them out to hopefully. I mean, Sea of Thieves is obviously one that did do numbers, has got a lot of players, but despite people saying that it shouldn't go multiplat, it is what it is. My view, so I'll leave that there. But that's that. Now, Ozymandias says, Game Pass exists on PC as well. Putting that aside, did the whole Game Pass deal not also include your studio? Were you forced into something? By the time a game gets on Game Pass, they've already been paid very handsomely. Now, clearly the relationship between Moon Studios and Microsoft is very rocky. This dude doesn't do anything to try and make sure that doesn't spill out. It's pretty sad that is what is happening, but it is what it is at the end of the day, and that's that. But it looks like Ori is coming to PC in terms of Steam. It should already be available on Game Pass PC, and yeah, though you can't natively download it on the Steam Deck, you can on the Asus ROG, so do keep that in mind. Now, there is this one over here. This is a really weird one that we've been talking about PlayStation 5, charging for the PS5 Pro around $700. That's the price I was predicting. But it looks like a collector's edition with All-Star Brawl is coming to Xbox for a SpongeBob console with a customized controller, and this is going to set you back $700. Now, considering the console itself is around $450 and it is still being slashed in places to sell more consoles, I think this is a bit extravagant, and I think Microsoft need to kind of maybe readjust that thinking. I know it comes with the game and it's all customized and exclusive and whatnot, but at the end of the day, $700 does seem a little steep for the same power and just a skin that you can probably buy off the, off eBay or something, and just put a vinyl skin around it and have the same thing. Obviously, you probably can get the controller as well. So I don't know. This seemed a little out there for me, and I think most people will agree. I mean, a lot of people I'm actually seeing that are really excited for this console. So let's see how that actually turns out, because that is actually quite I'm actually eager to see how this actually sells, because obviously collector's editions are really sought after and they are gonna, have a higher price. But I think this should have been maybe $599 at most, or maybe $549.99. $700 seems just a tad extreme for me. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Right, Gravity Rush. Now, if you haven't played the original was phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Now, they did make some changes to the actual sequel, and, it didn't do as well. But Gravity Rush 2 Remastered is coming to PC and PS5 this summer. So if you don't have a PS5 but do have a PC or a Steam Deck, this might be something that you want to check out. The original was really good. This finishes the storyline. If you haven't played the original, it's worth checking it out on the PS Vita, I think it was on. and then coming over to this one, or just watching a playthrough. Like I said, the game on the first one was absolutely great. The second one I couldn't really get into, and now it's only available to stream off the PS3 Premium platform unless you've got a PS3. So this is going to be the first time it's actually available natively on a PlayStation platform since the PS3, and of course on PC. So wherever you decide to buy it, might be worth checking out. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the series, so I'm going to be picking a version of this up. Not sure which way I'm going to be going. Sorry, I hit the mic, but you know, I was kind of hoping that they'd release Gravity Rush 1 and 2, but that didn't really happen, so it is what it is. Finally, I wanted to touch on this, as Hazardor Gaming has this one over here. Again, a PlayStation story. Sony PlayStation has started refunding Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, like when they did for Cyberpunk 2077. As you know, when people bought the deluxe edition, it came with 3 days of early access and people couldn't play it. It had a game-breaking bug that auto-completed the game upon login, and as such that caused a lot of problems for people. So as you can see here, it says, "Hi, person's name. Thank you for contacting PlayStation support regarding a game. We apologize for the delay in responding. You contacted us because an item you purchased could not be used." And that is the case. It couldn't be used. It's really weird for Sony with this, though, because the game wasn't broken, and Sony has a policy where if it's not actually broken, because for Helldivers 2, they didn't actually allow you to refund your game. People have tried this, like K-Med. He tried to get a refund, and they said no, it's a server issue, and that means the game isn't broken. The same thing here. It was a server issue, the game itself wasn't broken. After reviewing your request, the purchase for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Digital Deluxe Edition was cancelled, and the purchase price was credited to your current account. So they weren't fully refunded, they were given credit, but it's better than nothing. So this one's a weird one for me because, like I said, Helldivers, which was cheaper, wasn't refunded, but this one was. Maybe because no one bought this game, so it's easier to refund this maybe, but if they refunded one person for Helldivers, that would have burst open the floodgates, so maybe that's the reason why. But finishing off with the big story of the actual video, Xbox Partner Review, March 6, 2024, 6 PM GMT, PT, ET times are there. I'm going to be co-streaming this. Hope to see you there with me, reacting to everything that's being shown, new, old, and maybe we'll actually see some really cool stuff there. Alright folks, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.